Hadean Eon, 4.6 to 4 billion years ago. Earth formed from the debris of the solar system. The planet was molten, bombarded by asteroids, and constantly volcanic. No solid crust existed, just magma oceans. Heavy elements like iron sank to form the core, while lighter ones formed the mantle. The moon likely formed from a massive impact. The atmosphere was toxic, rich in carbon dioxide, methane, ammonia, and water vapor. There was no oxygen. Water began to condense into oceans as Earth cooled, but no life existed yet. What we know comes from ancient minerals like zircons. Archean Eon, 4 to 2.5 billion years ago. Earth's crust stabilized. Continents began to form from volcanic island chains. Oceans were present, and the atmosphere remained low in oxygen. Life began in the form of prokaryotes, simple, single-celled organisms without nuclei. Some, like cyanobacteria, started producing oxygen through photosynthesis. Fossilized stromatolites are evidence of this early life. Oxygen didn't accumulate yet. It was absorbed by rocks and oceans. Life remained microbial and confined to the seas. Proterozoic Eon, 2.5 billion to 541 million years ago. Oxygen levels rose in the Great Oxidation Event, changing the planet's chemistry. Many anaerobic organisms went extinct. Oxygen also formed the ozone layer, protecting Earth from UV rays. More complex cells, eukaryotes with nuclei, evolved. These led to the first multicellular life, algae, fungi, and soft-bodied animals during the Ediacaran period. Continents collided to form supercontinents like Rodinia. Glaciation events, including Snowball Earth, likely triggered evolutionary leaps by creating survival pressures. Cambrian Period, 541 to 485 million years ago. The Cambrian explosion unleashed a burst of biodiversity. Nearly all major animal groups first appeared: arthropods, mollusks, worms, sponges, and more. Hard shells and exoskeletons evolved, giving us a fossil record for the first time. The oceans were teeming. Trilobites scuttled across sea floors. Anomalocaris hunted with grasping limbs, and creatures like Opabinia had 5 eyes. Most life was marine. Nothing lived on land yet. The development of eyes and mobility reshaped ecosystems into predator-prey battlegrounds. Ordovician Period, 485 to 444 million years ago. Life exploded again. Brachiopods, bryozoans, and crinoids dominated the seas. Reef systems expanded, and mollusks like giant nautiloids became apex predators. The first jawless fish appeared, beginning the vertebrate story. Plankton like graptolites spread through the oceans. At the end, a massive ice age caused sea levels to crash, wiping out around 85% of marine species in one of Earth's first major mass extinctions. Silurian Period, 444 to 419 million years ago. Life bounced back. Jawed fish emerged, an evolutionary leap that would eventually lead to sharks and bony fish. On land, the first vascular plants appeared, like Cooksonia. These were tiny and leafless, but critical. They were the first plants to move water internally. Arthropods, including primitive millipedes and arachnids, followed them ashore. Terrestrial life had officially begun. Seas were warm, reefs grew, and climate stabilized after the Ordovician chill. Devonian Period, 419 to 359 million years ago. Nicknamed the Age of Fishes, the Devonians saw jawed fish explode in variety. Armored predators like Dunkleosteus ruled the seas, while early sharks and bony fish thrived. But the biggest story: life invaded land. Plants evolved roots, stems, and leaves, creating the first forests. Meanwhile, lobe-finned fish like Tiktaalik developed limbs and lungs, paving the way for the first tetrapods, 4-limbed animals that would become amphibians and eventually us. It ended in a slow-motion catastrophe, the late Devonian extinction, wiping out many reef builders and fish due to falling oxygen and climate shifts. Carboniferous Period, 359 to 299 million years ago. Earth turned into a swampy, oxygen-rich jungle. Towering trees formed vast coal-forming forests. Insects grew huge. Meganeura had a 2.5-foot wingspan, and Arthroplura was a 6-foot millipede beast. Amphibians flourished, But the big breakthrough was the evolution of amniotes, reptile-like animals that laid shelled eggs. This freed vertebrates from needing water to reproduce and allowed them to conquer dry land. The first true reptiles appeared, and continental collisions began shaping Pangaea, the future supercontinent. Permian Period, 299 to 252 million years ago. Pangaea was complete, stretching pole to pole. Interior deserts expanded, and extreme seasonal shifts dominated the climate. Synapsids, mammal ancestors, thrived. Iconic predators like Dimetrodon and more advanced theropsides ruled the land. Forests dried up, amphibians declined, and reptiles adapted to the arid world. But it all ended in disaster. The Permian-Triassic extinction, aka the Great Dying, killed off over 90% of marine life and 70% of land species. Volcanic eruptions, climate chaos, and ocean anoxia wiped the slate clean and made room for the age of dinosaurs. Triassic Period, 252 to 201 million years ago. Earth was recovering from the Great Dying. The supercontinent Pangaea still ruled, creating a hot, dry, desert-like world with intense seasons. Life rebounded slowly. Ammonites, corals, and the first marine reptiles like ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs began to appear. On land, reptiles rose fast. Early archosaurs split into three game-changing groups: crocodiles, pterosaurs, and dinosaurs. The first true dinosaurs emerged around 230 million years ago, small, bipedal, and fast. The first mammals also arrived, but they stayed small and hidden in the shadows. Then, boom, another mass extinction at the end of the Triassic cleared the competition and opened the door for the age of dinosaurs. Jurassic Period, 201 to 145 million years ago. With Pangaea breaking apart, climates got wetter, and forests flourished. This was the dinosaur breakout. Sauropods like Diplodocus and Brachiosaurus became towering giants. Theropods like Allosaurus dominated as apex predators. Stegosaurs and early ornithopods roamed the forests. Meanwhile, the skies were claimed by pterosaurs, and the seas were patrolled by giant marine reptiles. Most epic of all, birds evolved. Archaeopteryx, part reptile, part bird, took flight with feathered wings. Mammals stayed small, but they were evolving quietly behind the scenes. Cretaceous Period, 145 to 66 million years ago. The final act of the dinosaurs and their peak. Continents drifted apart, creating isolated ecosystems. In the oceans, mosasaurs ruled as apex predators. On land, diversity exploded. Triceratops and ankylosaurs, Tyrannosaurus rex and velociraptors, hadrosaurs and titanosaurs. Also booming? Flowering plants. They changed everything, attracting new insects like bees and butterflies, setting the stage for modern ecosystems. Birds spread and specialized. Mammals quietly diversified, still small, but evolving fast. Then came the end. An asteroid slammed into Earth near modern-day Mexico, triggering the KPG extinction. 75% of all life vanished, including the non-avian dinosaurs. But the survivors, birds and mammals, would inherit the Earth. Paleogene Period, 66 to 23 million years ago. The asteroid wiped out the dinosaurs, but mammals? They rose fast. This was the start of the age of mammals. In the Paleocene, Earth was healing. The world was warm and forested, even at the poles. Mammals filled the empty niches. Hoofed plant-eaters, rodents, and primates. Carnivores taking over from reptiles. In the oceans, fish, sharks, and early seabirds exploded in numbers. Then came the Eocene, a world on fire. Temperatures soared in the Paleocene-Eocene thermal maximum. Forests blanketed the globe. Whales evolved from land animals and went fully aquatic. Bats took flight. Early horses and elephants appeared, and primates began their journey toward us. In the Oligocene, the world cooled. Antarctica froze. Grasslands began to replace forests. New mammals thrived. Early cats, dogs, and bears. Grazers with long limbs and high-crowned teeth. Primates split into monkeys and apes. It was the beginning of modern ecosystems, just without us. Yet. Neogene Period, 23 to 2.6 million years ago. This is the age when the world starts looking familiar, just without humans yet. Mountains rose, the Himalayas surged higher, the Andes stretched longer. Tectonic collisions reshaped the planet. This triggered climate cooling and the expansion of grasslands. Forests shrank. Open plains spread. That changed everything. Grazers, like antelope and horses, exploded in diversity. So did their predators, saber-toothed cats, early wolves, and big hyenas. Apes ruled the trees, but some began climbing down. Around 7 million years ago in Africa, a few upright walking primates emerged. These were our earliest ancestors, beginning to walk, not swing, through prehistory. In the oceans, modern whales and dolphins took shape. Kelp forests spread. Sharks like Megalodon ruled the seas, up to 60 feet long and armed with 7-inch teeth. Quaternary Period, 2.6 million years ago, today. Earth's climate became brutally unstable. Glaciers advanced and retreated in repeating cycles. Ice ages. Sea levels rose and fell. Ecosystems shifted again and again. The genus Homo appeared. Early humans evolved tools, fire, language, and strategy. They spread across continents, competing with and replacing other hominins like the Neanderthals and Denisovans. Giant Ice Age beasts roamed beside them. Woolly mammoths, cave lions, saber-toothed cats, giant ground sloths. Many of these megafauna vanished after humans arrived, through hunting, climate, or both. Then, around 10,000 years ago, the last glacial period ended. Farming began. Civilizations rose. We entered the modern age, just a blink in geologic time.